So what's your Boston hierarchy of sports?
Boston hierarchy. Well, pick. I'll give you my top 5.
Top 5.
And okay, you got to go Bill Russell. As far as the Celtics hierarchy, Bill Russell, that's the foundation.
Probably Larry Bird in there.
Listen, are you going to let me answer it?
I don't know.
You're just going to do it.
I'm just going to...
Probably Larry Bird. You probably lived in Southie and you stole cars and you were good at math and you said, how do you like them apples? Huh? Listen,
Good movie.
I already was judging you because you were from Kansas, but the fact that you're from California...
NorCal.
You know what's funny about Republicans is they love TV people. They will fucking...
Where the fuck did that come from?
Because I was just thinking, like, the other day, it's like they keep electing the host of a reality show TV star, right? They like the host of The Apprentice. They like Schwarzenegger movies.
Reagan.
No, and then watching, like, Trump. I don't know what he's doing. He's, like, talking about national security with Dr. Phil. Yeah, have you seen his ratings?
Now, how did
It's like, Trump, this is a little more fucking important. And then he replaced a warmonger with dementia. The joke I've been doing in my act is the last 3 presidential elections, we're picking presidents the way the Browns pick quarterbacks. We're in this vortex. We got to get out of it. And unfortunately, somebody comes along and whacks a CEO and gives us a chance to breathe a little.
So who's the
and
Baker
be like,
Mayfield?
What are we doing? Huh?
Who's the Baker Mayfield of presidents in that?
I love fucking Baker Mayfield.
I do too. That's what I'm saying.
And you know what? I love that.
In the revolving door
I love
of
that
quarterbacks.
Colin Cowherd has to stay up at night knowing he was wrong and can't get himself to admit it. And his desk is just going to keep getting bigger. I still have to go to a physical therapist looking up at him during those interviews I did on his show. Oh, my God. Look at that. Would you look at that? Ty Detmer. I can't even...
Oh, my God.
They even drafted Corey
That's my boy,
Holcomb.
Charlie Fry.
Isn't Wynn from the Brady draft?
Yes, Spurgeon Wynn.
Brady Quinn, Jake DeLone. Well, not DeLone from the Panthers.
Yeah.
They got rid of him. He was a fucking baller.
I remember that.
He almost beat us. Was not afraid of the Super Bowl even remote. Colt McCoy. Dude, they should get all of these guys together and sit around the biggest round table you could ever have, like a 47-person round table. And it's just called I Was Drafted #1 by the Browns.
And you host it.
And you talk about all the success you had at all levels leading up to that, and then you went to the Browns, and nobody blocked. And now, for the rest of your life, you're going to a Dick's Sporting Goods, and some man-titted fat fuck gets to say you sucked. Like, that's what you're signing up for.
Baker won a playoff game for them.
Okay, so what is my fascination with sport? It was an oasis.
Well, we were in the hierarchy of Boston, but...
Oh, okay, all right. Bill Russell.
Bird.
Wait a second. Stop throwing fucking Bird in there. Everybody's going to say Bird. There's other... Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, fucking Mark Wahlberg.
I'm a Bill Burr guy. Sorry.
Joey Mack. All right, Bird. Will that get you to stop? All right.
Russell.
You notice my posture. I'm going to be like laying flat by the end of this crying about my
Ernie
childhood.
Adams. So Ernie came in here and talked for 3 hours, and by the end, he was like this, sleeping.
All right. Well, there's 2 different lists. There's the people that I liked and then the best ever, okay? And some of them are on the same list. So, like, the best ever, you got to go Bird.
Bobby Orr.
I mean, Bill Russell, Bird. I'm going, like, Celtics right now. And that's it. I'm kidding. I'm too old to remember anybody past the fucking 90s. Then you got Bobby Orr, who even Wayne Gretzky, I said, that's the greatest of all time. Cam Neely. Cam Neely, you want 50 goals and I beat the fuck out of your team? You know, that guy. And he owned the Canadians. When we couldn't beat the Canadians and we were all, oh my God, we're going to the Forum, we're going to lose. He would get a hat trick on Patrick Waugh, who changed the game.
Before we move on, Cam Neely, do you have a take on Ulf Samuelsson?
Do I have a take on him?
Yeah.
My only take on that guy is that whenever I hear Pittsburgh fans whining about what they did to Sidney Crosby in his career, it's like, you have Ulf Samuelsson in your ring of honor.
Thank you.
So, I mean, live by the sword, die by this. They also had Matt Cook. I mean, they like guys like that unless they're coming at them. So, I don't know. whatever Ulf did, he had like a long career. But I mean, I don't think like going at somebody's knees. I don't think that, okay, so then what did that do for hockey? That took Cam Neely away, and then you're left with Ulf Samuelsson. So, like, I don't mind guys that played physical and that type of thing. There's guys that were on the line, like Claude Lemieux. All right? That guy did a lot of dirty shit, but he could play the game. So it's, I don't know. You know what? Fuck you for bringing his name up. All the fucking championships and shit.
He's from Western Mass, and he's a fucking Pittsburgh fan. It's fucking stupid.
Just Penguins.
Yeah, but Western Massachusetts, that's not even America. Forget about Massachusetts. That's just like people who can't find the Appalachian Trail. Look at his beard. Do you think he has running water in his house?
No.
I don't either.
No.
And then as far as Patriots, John Hanna, Andre Tippett. You got to go. Steve Grogan, one of the greatest, toughest fucking guys.
Grogan?
Dude, Grogan played the last 5 years of his career wearing a neck brace. He looked like he just got into a car accident. And he played on AstroTurf, and he would hold that fucking ball until the camera would always go at the ball. And you would just see him fly out of frame as the ball went like that way. And he would just get up. The guy just would get up.
Tough.
Yeah, he was. Oh, my God, that naked bootleg on Monday Night Football, 50-yarders.
Didn't see it.
Fucking white guy giving us all hope. We can run. I could make it. Stanley Morgan. There it is. He wore that. First of all, he had the same genetics as Peyton Manning, where they just had extra neck. You know what I mean? Like, usually the helmet fits the thing. I don't know what, I don't think Peyton's that bright a guy, so he's always cheating on people, the papers. I think that's why it happened. I'm just fucking with. I love Peyton, but the fucking guy, I did his show, and all he did was, he was like, remember when Eli did this? It's like, yeah, I do. I don't remember when you did it.
Yeah.
He always does that. Oh, my God, the cheating-ass Colts. The fucking cheating-ass Colts. Brilliant.
Dude, you know what? I didn't realize how much I hated the Colts until I started doing a podcast with Gronk and seeing how much he hated the Colts.
Dude, they are the biggest whining bitches that ever fucking... It's
AFC Championship banner?
Finalist.
Runner-up? That's what they have. They have an AFC runner-up.
Dude, how about the fact their owner sat on the competition committee and made the way we were covering their receivers illegal, and then they stole our offense and won a fucking Super Bowl, and they didn't say anything. Which I don't give a fuck. It's a dirty game, but don't go around weighing a football. I mean, what the fuck?
Same amount of their footballs
were underinflated.
Underinflated.
And he hired this guy who said he was a scientist who wasn't. How about the fact that...
Bill Nye. I still fucking can't stand him right now.
How about the fact that the owner of a losing team was allowed to conduct an independent investigation that was upheld by the NFL? Roger Goodell, that appetizer-eating fucking Fred Flintstone-looking fat...
I like Raj.
Okay, I get it. You got to protect your connections. I'm not a fan.
I like Raj.
The first thing Roger Goodell needs to do is buy a suit that fucking fits. All right? He always looks like he just ate a bunch of potato skids and that big, dumb Fred Flintstone head. He should have gone like, you're not conducting an independent investigation. I do that. You're not going to be... Who the fuck are you? And he went like, oh, yeah, this looks pretty good. Like, what the fuck? What was that?
Quick question. Why do all comedians drink the liquid death?
I initially got into this shit because it's rather than being a plastic bottle, and
you're so green friendly.
You felt that. You ask questions and then you fucking interrupt. I never even got through my list.
I got random. I'm random. Okay. I got ADD, dog.
So random.
So random.
Okay, so hierarchy.
He's wearing women's shoes, and now he's explaining away his behavior with diagnosis. Are you self-diagnosed as ADD or?
Don't know.
Can I tell you something? You don't have ADD.
Well,
I actually have childhood trauma.
No, well,
that if you actually sat still and you sat and thought about what a dick your dad was. That's me. My dad was a fucking loon. I don't know what happened to him with the old pipe smoker. By the time I met him, he was fucking 90. I don't know what he did when he still his last couple of years in the league when he was 40. I don't know what he did to my dad, but we all paid for it. So like I literally cannot fucking sit still in my own house. I have to be doing. I'm playing a guitar. Oh, I'm over here. I'm fucking making an egg. I'm just like I'm all over the place.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
But I was
I got a new
told
bit in
in
my
like
act-
fifth or like third grade, the principal brought my parents into the office and said, "Yeah, we recommend your son needs Ritalin." My dad almost fought him.
That's a good dad.
He goes, "You ain't putting my kid on medicine."
Yeah.
Frank.
Oh, Frank.
You know what came up with Ritalin? Teachers who couldn't control a classroom. So they just started drugging class clowns. And
That was
that's
me.
and that's the story that they don't want you to know.
So, Russell, Bird,
You can fact check that on the
Or-
internet where you can lie your ass off on your
Wait,
website.
Grogan,
John Hanna.
Hanna, no
Mike
Brady.
Haynes.
No Brady.
Mike Haynes.
Hall of Famer.
Haynes.
Well, I'm still in Pat Patriot years.
I mean, how many fucking people are on the hierarchy? Usually a Mount
Oh, I'm
Rushmore
sorry,
got
did I
five.
get to you yet?
No, I didn't want to be on there.
I'm going to give, at the end of this podcast, I'm going to give you the hug your dad never gave you.
I see him looking at me right now and really thinking about like, yeah, this he needs a hug.
No.
He needs a hug.
Or maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe I'm hoping that I could get a hug from the hands that caught that ball right off the turf. Maybe maybe you could hold me, gently rock me before I go to my next dancing monkey gig that I have to do.
You do a lot of these dancing monkey gigs.
I do. And this is probably the bottom of the list.
Clearly not, because 3 weeks ago, Bill Burr actually showed up to the fucking house. I have him on my goddamn
I clicked on the wrong address and I fucking came to the house and they were like, "You're not here for like another 3 weeks." And I was
So you
like,
do a lot
"What
of
the
these.
fuck?" I mean, that is my day. Every fucking day. Like, I just wake up and, I got to start moving forward to get the demons behind me. It's like called to smoke. I got to stay ahead of the smoke. So I clicked on the wrong day and I ended up out here.
How far away was where you're supposed to be?
Other side of the,
Oh,
over there. It just,
Eesh.
it was what it was. And then I
Hour.
got there and it didn't matter. You know what I mean? I was like all stressed out. They're like, "Nah, it's fine. It's fine." It's like, so what are these times just arbitrary? Like, 10 o'clock? Oh, whenever you want to get here. Like, I don't like being late.
You weren't. You were 10 minutes early here.
Yeah. Well, I had to eat my avocado.
He had to eat the avocado. Okay, so we have the hierarchy of athlete. What's the hierarchy?
I know.
of-
We never even got through it.
Keep going.
All right. So then I get to you guys. All right. Ben Coates. I love it tight. Russ Francis. I forgot Russ
Coach
Francis.
was fucking good.
Steve Nelson. Bill Lankitis. Leon Gray. Raymond Claiborne. Tim Fox. Ohio State. Oh, my
Ohio
God. That guy used to
Buckeyes.
fucking hit people. Sam Cunningham. Come on. Stanley Morgan. I said him.
Yeah,
right?
you said
All right.
Stanley.
Okay. Now we're in Drew Bledsoe. Ben Coates. Curtis Martin.
Bledsoe. You loved Bledsoe. Everyone loved Bledsoe.
Teddy Dude, he made us legit. Teddy Bruschi. Willie McGinnis.
Willie Mack. Love Willie Mack.
Yeah, I mean, all of the fucking guys. All of the fucking guys. And
Now,
then,
what about your sports? How did
Tom
how does
Brady.
How does your fandom in sports go? Does it?
And then I can only pick one white wide receiver, so I'll go with Wes Welker.
standard. I mean, we
No.
all can't
Or
be
Danny
winners.
Amendola.
We all
No,
can't be
you,
winners.
yeah. Julian Edelman. You're on the list, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
I didn't forget about you.
Now, is this the greatest game of all time?
I will say this. I think this may be the greatest game of all time for the Detroit Lions franchise. I think this is bigger than when Barry Sanders just went out of his mind against Dallas in 91, 92. Yeah. And that game was huge. But the 90s is somehow, I mean, it's just math, right? The 90s is certainly closer to the 50s than the aughts are to the 50s or the 20s are to the 50s. So that gap, that over 30-year gap is huge. And the fact that if you were when I was a young kid, we still hung our hats on, well, we won the 1957 championship, you know what I mean? But you can't do that in the 20s.
Yeah.
Not in this new, it was just too long of a drought and too significant of a drought. This was so harrowing. I thought to myself, okay, after the previous season, after beating Green Bay, first of all, winning a divisional game in Lambeau against Aaron Rodgers, ending on a pick. The hope was so high. You could taste it. And then I was deflated when I saw the schedule come out. I go, what? It's us? We've got to play KC in Arrowhead?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, maybe I afforded myself just a small hint of hope. I mean, I believe in Dan. I believe in Brad Holmes, our general manager. I think we can win this game. The fact that they came out with the victory, I think it is such a marked change in the culture of Detroit football. Those games that we would lose, those games that when we get into overtime, they're just going to march down the field and get a field goal and win. Those games where you're like, all we need to do is stop them here. Detroit's one of our big signature things was always, it's like 2:32 in the fourth quarter. You're like, they're just going to get whatever first down they need. And the team would always get the first down.
4-minute offense.
4-minute offense. And we'd always collapse.
Always.
And they would just seal the deal. And this game is going to be one of the most important games, if not the most important game in the annals of Detroit Lions football history, because of seeing this blueprint in action, seeing the culture literally change. We needed this win.
I can see that. I don't think you're crazy for saying that. Like, that is going out and beating the defending Super Bowl champs after playing your best football at the end of the year.
Yep.
After a rough start. The end of the year, they were playing really good ball.
Really good ball.
To go out and then we'll dive into the game, but to go out and beat the defending champs on a platform where everyone is watching, that gives your team confidence and to do it. That's like a switch that, like, guys, hey, we believe actually what we're preaching here now. That's a confirmation on everything that the coaches were saying from that point on after the season, after the great ending of their season, that right there, everything that they were, preaching, to have that come out and start the season the way they did. I mean, I don't think you're crazy for saying that.
No, I appreciate it. It says so much about the direction that the team was going in.
Yeah.
And I remember, I was jazzed when we were on Hard Knocks, and I thought that HBO made a really good choice. That was the right time to do it. We were the right time to pick. It's like pick a team when it looks like there's going to be a significant culture change.
Yeah.
And I want to give a lot of credit to Sheila Ford Hamp, who's our team owner, who and also to Mrs. Ford, who is our team owner emeritus. Sheila, I thought Sheila took a very big swing, a very courageous, big, and I thought it was a shrewd and a smart swing when she got Matt Patricia. I could see that in her mind, she's going, let's go with somebody who's been in a culture, in a winning culture for a person you know very well, who's been in a culture for a very long time. I think he might be able to make the shift. She made the thinking was right.
Yeah.
The thinking was right. So I thought I started feeling hopeful when Sheila kind of took over the reins for her mom. Martha is a passionate football person. She loves her team. She loves the staff. I think it was right for her to kind of go, I'm going to give the reins over to my daughter. I think she's got good ideas. I think she's moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I have to give her kudos for that Matt Patricia hire. And then, I think that Dan, unless you're in the league or a real huge sports maven, Dan was not a completely unproven quantity, because I thought he did really good stuff in Miami.
Yeah.
And but he again was the right choice. She just went swinging for the fences again. The shrewd choice was Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I go, I think this guy might be the piece. So somebody whose career has been spent scouting.
Yeah.
Scouting. And for him to say, we're going to build this team through the draft, it's just balls. It takes balls. We're not going to spend a ton of money. The word is shrewd. We're going to be shrewd. And we're going to make informed choices to build a future for this team. That's another thing I love about our team.
Yeah.
Is that we're building a team that could be good for a decade. It's not, let's go try to win a Super Bowl in 1 year. Let's spend all of our money, bankrupt ourselves.
Yeah.
Go for it. What if you don't win? What if you don't get the Stan Kroenke? What if you don't get the Stafford effect and you don't win the Super Bowl? And then what happens?
Yeah.
Then what happens? So I just shout out to Sheila Hamp. Yeah.
They've definitely gone foundational.
Foundational.
This is
absolutely,
and that starts from the leader. And I'll get into more of the Lions and where I believe in them when we'll get in there. But, MCDC is a great fit for that city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the toughness and to show what he's shown. Everyone kind of thought he was just a big old meathead. But, the guy knows football.
They didn't know, and he knows football. They didn't know what he meant. I don't think they knew what he meant when he said grit.
Yeah.
Because when he says grit, I think part of grit is also mental fortitude. Not just testicular fortitude,
Yeah.
but mental, cerebral fortitude.
Yeah.
It's both. It's like you said, people thought he was a meathead, and he's, he got the passion, got the best of him, and he said the kneecaps thing and blah, 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 blah. It's the mental fortitude. On Hard Knocks, he did that thing where he shook out the jeans, the dust out of the clothes and said, we've got to get this off. We're not that team. Just because you're here in Allen Park, Michigan, in this training facility, you got to let all that go at the door. We're not. We're different. It's been amazing to watch.
It is.
That the culture and the philosophies actually work.
We got to have the Mount Rushmore
Okay.
of Baltimore athletes.
Ooh, I love it. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Or from Baltimore.
Cal
Anyone from
Ripken.
Baltimore.
we could do a cultural. We could do a
Cultural.
we could do a cultural, and we could do a
right.
athlete. I mean, if we're talking athletes, obviously, Cal's got to be on there. It really comes down to, I think Cal's got to be on there. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, and then, I mean,
What's telling you in your head right now?
I
see it.
it's just hard. My answer,
Don't say it. Are you gonna say it?
I don't think I can.
Is there something about him?
There is something about him, right? I'm not going to say there's not something about him. It's a split. I know that's a fucking complete coward's way out, but it's the quarterback slot, and it's a split right now, Lamar and Flacco. But Lamar is so fucking, like, obviously this is a joke character, and I love Flacco, and he is he's the fucking man, Super Bowl MVP. It's insane, one of my favorite athletes. But Lamar is just like, I just think he does get shit on a little too much. And obviously, there's people who love him. I'm not going to say that he just has detractors, but he's so fucking good. He's so electric. I think it's got to be Lamar, man.
All right.
What were your thoughts on the resurgence of Joe Flacco in Cleveland last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me not to root for, like, at the end of the day, I was not scared of that team. And it's like, part of me, I mean, wait, did he actually sign with the Steelers, or is that a rumor?
No, I don't think
Flacco
so.
didn't sign. Good,
No.
right? No, no.
I haven't heard
I saw a
that yet.
rumor that he might. Anyway, so
That would
thank
hurt.
God. That would have been brutal. That would have been fucking
What is it
brutal.
about Joe Flacco?
I mean, this run, honestly, that's also another reason I picked this game, is that, like, I think what is that, like, yeah, he had a legendary run, and I think he's fucking really good, and to be able to do this, you have to be one of the best. Like, it's crazy. The amount of people that go on who have their best football during a Super Bowl run it's the best thing of all time. But I think there's something about him. He feels relatable. He's a mid-Atlantic guy. He seems like a guy you might have grown up with. It's cool, from kind of, I think he's like from the Philly burbs. He went to Delaware.
Yeah.
Went to fucking Delaware. He played in Baltimore. It's like he's got that. I know, even though he's not from Baltimore, he feels like a guy from Baltimore. It was never complicated. The motherfucker just threw he threw a beautiful deep ball.
And he was faster than what people.
Yeah.
Like I remember Bill always talking about Flacco. Like, don't let this motherfucker out the pocket.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just telling you, when he gets going,
He got a
he's
couple
hard
big
to bring
runs.
down.
Yeah, he
he's
had
a big fucking guy.
He's fucking huge.
He's a big guy.
He's huge. And I think there was just something awesome about him where it was like, I also think there's a relatability in some ways, even though, again, world-class quarterback, you shouldn't relate to him. You have nothing. The average fucking idiot on his couch has nothing in common with Joe Flacco. But at the end of the day, it's like he is from Delaware. Like he is a guy from around where we're from, and nobody really believed in him at any point. He put his money, and I think for me anyway, and for other people, I think you could watch that and get inspired and be like, I just need to fucking get it together when it fucking matters. And, like, I could be a fucking legend forever. And Joe we had great years, and I loved rooting for him. But I think it was, like, the combination of getting you a Super Bowl and just, like, how relatable and how much, like, like, people ask him now in interviews, like, oh, do you
and they'll kind of try and get him to like talk about how good the Ravens are, but he's still like, I'm playing, motherfucker. I'm still in the league. If I want the Ravens to, and I like that attitude.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't see it as like this like retirement tour. He sees it as like, I'm doing this. Fucking sign me. And I fucking love that, dude. Even though here's the other thing, he might be wrong, right?
Yeah.
But you need that belief. If you have to believe in yourself more than anyone else to be successful with these hard things. And he was like, for like him, Giannis, like sports guys can absolutely inspire you in your life for that. And I take a lot of that from Flacco and you know, obviously Giannis for how hard Giannis is like work ethic, coming from nothing to being one of the best. And it's just sort of that kind of underdog story. And the fact that it ends with a Super Bowl, and not just Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl that has Ray Lewis retires. Ed Reed got one with us because, you know, Reed is my favorite Raven, even though Ray obviously is a legend. But he was just so fucking cool, and he was just so incredibly good. And it was just such a special, like, that kind of Super Bowl keeps you going. Now, did I want us to win this year? Absolutely. I love Lamar. He's gaining on Reed for me because he's just incredible to watch, and he's so fucking good. And I would have loved, there was like the numerology every 12 years, the quarterback's 28 years old. I thought for sure we were winning because of that dumb bullshit. And then it would have been, if we had gotten that one, I literally wouldn't have needed another Super Bowl for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Yeah. 3 at really pivotal points in my life would have been great, but we'll get him this year.
So Ed Reed, we'll jump into this Baltimore team.
Yes.
Good segues, Ed Reed. I remember Ed Reed's last year, he lit me up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
You remember that? I don't know if you remember that. We ended up losing. It was 2000. It was this year. It was the game that I played in. Ed Reed came and he lit me up on a post.
Damn.
And he just was so swaggy about it. Like, he was just a competitor.
So cool.
Bill used to literally show like a 40-play cut up of Ed Reed every time we played him. And we're like, Bill, we saw this 6 weeks ago. And he's like, he just show another cut up like Ed Reed, this fuck. He loves.
That's the one Venn diagram for me and Bill Belichick is our admiration for Ed Reed, is how much we respect him. Because I've seen him talk about that, and that is fucking cool, yeah. And he'll show those where it's like how smart he was to like, he was playing mind games with Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
It's insane. And not only that, but he'll return kicks. He'll lateral. Like those.
He'll block kicks.
He's
up and under. We used
so
to
good.
show all our special teams his up and under move on blocking kicks because he was that legendary. So Ed Reed's one of your favorite guys from this team.
For sure.
Ray Lewis, you love him.
Absolutely.
Joe Flacco.
Ray Lewis and Ogden. See, Ogden gets forgotten in the like Ray Lewis, because Ray Lewis obviously
Ogden was really good.
You know, but like it doesn't happen without Ogden. They draft those guys the same year. That was and like those are the cornerstones of our franchise. And he's in many ways, I feel like Ogden is what the perfect left tackle became. You know, it's like that he got drafted a long fucking time ago. And now it was just like he was so good. It's insane. He was kind of like Tim Duncan, where it's like it's kind of boring. It gets forgotten. But I don't think we win that first Super Bowl without him for sure. And it's like he does get a little. I want to give him his credit because to me it's him. I think of him and Ray Lewis as the initial stars that got us off the ground together. And I feel like he gets forgotten too much. Offensive lineman, that's going to happen. But,
it happens.
And also his personality. He's just like a kind of a quiet, chill guy. He's not, that he's not doing the sick dances that everybody sees. He's
linemen are in their own world
for sure.
And
you kind of have to be. You're getting,
but they're the reason.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the trenches. I mean, you listen to all the guys. It starts in the trenches. It's true.
I'm always excited for the Raiders.
You met with as president of Raider Nation. Have you met with Brady yet to tell him what the?
No, I haven't.
I think we should brokerage this meeting.
Okay,
and
I'm down.
How are you looking about this new Raiders? We got TB over there. Is that what the? How do we feel? Fucking Tuck Rule. We got Tuck Rule guy.
It's the fuck rule, but go
Fuck
ahead.
Rule guy. We got Fuck Rule Brady.
Yeah.
Now he's owning the team and he's calling the shots. How do we feel about this? Raiders Nation president.
Raider Nation.
Raider Nation. Damn. Raider Nation president. We'll cut it in.
We feel like we've purged the enemy of their superpower.
That's a Raider move right there. That's a Raider move.
Purge the enemy of their superpower. Hopefully we can plug it in and use whatever juice is still left on it.
I'm excited for him.
Me too. You know, it's like
Pete
he's a
Carroll?
winner. He's a winner. Pete Carroll's a winner.
Geno
Gene
Smith.
Smith, Gene quarterback. I think he's a winner too. I think he got a chip on his shoulder that he ready to get it off. So
That sounds like a Raider.
he wanna
It sounds
he
like
got
a
a lot
Jim.
to prove to me.
It's like a Jim Plunkett.
Yeah, in a way, you know, who was a Patriot,
Was a
first round
Patriot.
pick,
First pick.
So,
Ashton Jeanty.
it could work.
How we think about him?
Huh?
I think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, me too. You know, we always pick good running backs, but we don't hold them long enough. You know, we don't get the pieces around them quick enough for them to do what they do. You know, it's either we pretty good on offense and, you know, usually need work on defense.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Raiders.
I'm always excited for the Raiders.
You met with as president of Raider Nation. Have you met with Brady yet to tell him
No.
what the?
No, I haven't.
I think we should brokerage this meeting
Okay.
and
I'm down.
just so
What I'm gonna tell him, don't fuck shit up.
exactly. give him the LA
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, don't fuck shit up.
Give him the fucking Raiders shit. Okay, you gotta baptize his ass.
Man.
He stole the soul. He stole the soul.
Nah, be like, man, please tell these motherfuckers what to do to get a Super Bowl.
If you're Tom Brady for a day, what are you doing as Raider owner?
Minority owner.
And shit.
As I mean, Tom, I don't know how much he really can do, you know, but add a lot of suggestions to the suggestion box. You know what I'm saying? Like
Questions. and
being an
concerns?
owner and a minority owner in sports is it's kind of like just being a
cheerleader.
a super ticket season holder, you know?
Ooh.
It is. It's like a super season ticket holder. You know, you get invited to a few things, but I don't know how much they listen to you.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
A lot of it depends on whoever the governing
Person.
person is.
Well, Mark, you know, one thing, I like Mark Davis. And you know, he's a good dude. He'll listen to smart people.
Yeah.
You know, he's not one of those hard-nosed dudes who's not looking to, you know, get smarter, get better, figure out, you know, who's the best at what they do and let them do what they do without over interfering.
Sometimes you gotta let people cook.
Yeah, you know, his pops was accused of too much, being in the sauce a little too much. I think he take a slightly different approach. He hired the right people and let them do their thing, and you know, they either swim or sink or swim. You know what I mean, on their own.
You gotta. I mean, you know, it's tough. You know, patience is huge. That's a tough position to be in. Because the holy trinity in football is the owner, GM, head coach. That's the trinity.
Yeah.
And actually, it's the quarterback, too. It's
Yeah.
the holy quadrupedy, whatever that shit is. You know what I mean? So you got to have all those. So, you know, but you got to be patient enough to let it marinate. You got to let you got to let the meat marinate. You can't just
You know, you
put the
can't
shit on and put it on the
micromanage.
grill. You got to let
Yeah.
that thing sit for 24 hours in the fridge.
40 years.
You know, games are long, and you can't panic. You know, you can't win a game in the first quarter, but you can lose a game in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? You could do some stupid shit. So
That's real.
sometimes you just got to let the guys play. And to me, it's really like owner, cool, GM, whatever, head coach. Are the guys playing their ass off for this coach? And if they are, you know, you got to kind of let it roll. They not playing their ass off for this coach, then it's something you need to do.
Yeah, but that sometimes you don't have the right players for that coach.
That's
the thing. You know, like the GM brings in these guys that don't acclimate to the system that they're trying to put them in. That's why it's a holy quadrinity, whatever whatever.
That's why in the big three,
look at this.
We don't have a GM.
See, that's why you don't have GM.
We have a player captain, and he gets to pick 2 co-captains who he's going to play with.
See?
And then they draft 2 other players. So
we don't have that problem.
He gets to the chemistry is going to be there. He's not going to pick a guy he don't think he can win with, that he don't get along with, that he won't go to war with.
Yep, I get it.
So I think that the other sports leagues need to try to learn a little from that, because GM can put together a bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, and that you can't really use on the field, or they're not working together.
And then, but it's one of those things where then you got the owner, and then you got the head coach and the GM. The head coach has a meeting with the owner, says, I don't got the fucking players, man. I don't know what to tell you. Then the GM comes and says, man, we got the best players in the fucking league, but we don't have the goddamn coach. And so it's up to a guy that has to make the decision that's not really a football guy. You know, usually in most scenarios, someone that's around the game. You guys were blessed to have Al Davis, who was a fucking coach, GM, commissioner, everything for the league. So he knew football. He could make those decisions. But a lot of the time, these people don't have that ability to know what they're even doing.
A smart owner, to me, would know what he don't know, and would have a football guy.
There you go.
To handle that shit.
There you go.
I don't want to hear about it. Like, go talk to my football guy. I'm just going to go sit in the stands with my goddamn family, man. Take pictures. We better win.
It better win.